is like a modeled after Donald Trump's kind of conservatism or so, right? Anyway, it seems that he is going to possibly be the one to form the next government in Canada. If the permutation of the Labour and the Liberal and the rest of them in Canada with Trudeau should fail in your next election, I think, right? Anyway, that's an opposition way of doing the Western way of being opposition in politics, okay? Where when it is time for you to tighten the rope in the neck of the failing people in government, you tighten it with no mercy. You grab it in such a way, that in a ferocious way, that they must not survive it. Because, yeah, your own political survival and possibly your country's survival depends on it too. And yeah, today, talking about Donald Trump, today again, the 6th of January, where Kamala Harris had to endorse the November 4th presidential election that brought Donald Trump back to the White House before the inauguration in 2 weeks' time, the 20th of January, I think. So at the Congress earlier this morning, again, just on foreign side, okay, Kamala Harris.
The state of the vote for the President of the United States as delivered to the President of the Senate is as follows. The whole number of the electors appointed to vote for President of the United States is 538. Within that whole number, the majority is 270. The votes for President of the United States are as follows. Donald J. Trump of the state of Florida has received 312 votes. Kamala D. Harris Kamala D. Harris of the state of California has received 226 votes. The whole number of electors appointed to vote for Vice President of the United States is 538. Within that whole number, a majority is 270. The votes for Vice President of the United States are as follows. J.D. Vance of the state of Ohio has received 312 votes. Tim Walz of the state of Minnesota has received 226 votes. This announcement of the state of the vote by the President of the Senate shall be deemed a sufficient declaration of the persons elected, President and Vice President of the United States, each for a term beginning on the 20th day of January 2025, and shall be entered together with the list of the votes on the journals of the House and the Senate. Thank you very much.
So everyone now looks forward to the inauguration of Donald Trump, and the world will not remain the same after that. Just remember, well, let's leave America and come back to Nigeria. Today, the Oyo State governor, Makinde Ibadan, one of the 5 G-string governors attached to the, to the bosom of Wike, spoke on the tragedy that took place in Ibadan last year. Yeah, a few days to Christmas, when children died. 35 of them died in a stampede in Ibadan when a good Samaritan was trying to help the poor, or due to the poor organization and the arrangement, so to say, 35 children lost their lives. And the former wife of the honey of Ife, as well as, a radio host, online personality, Oriyomi Hamzat, have been arrested, and they have been remanded in prison custody since that time by a court in Ibadan. So to the Makinde Ibadan, no matter how anyone feels about this, he believes that this duo must face the wrath of the law. In his own words, Solo.
35 innocent souls were lost. Ọlọ́run ní jí kárírú ẹ̀ mọ́ ní Oyo State o. Quite a number of people, they've been reaching out to me, saying, oh, this thing happened in Anambra State. It happened also FCT. Nobody went to jail. Why is it in Oyo State that some people are going to jail? I said, well, Oyo State is not Anambra State. And no matter how highly placed, justice must be done. Judiciary 1B, it's in their court. If you think you can grant bail pending the trial, I don't have anything against it. But trial, the people must go on trial. So people come to me, and I've been saying to them, Oyo State, even if this entire country decides not to follow the rule of law, Oyo State we will follow, we will dare to be different. 35.
So that's in Solo Makinde's words, in his own words. So we shall then look forward to what the judiciary will do, even though I would expect that it seems so complicated, right? But on behalf of the children killed, okay, I would want to see a class action. You know, class action is when you can institute a case against the Oyo State government, and a huge compensation has to be paid. People has to be sacked from the local government level, whoever granted the approval for that facility to be used and all that stuff, you know, without considering the health and safety stuff, right? Then Oyo State government has to pay huge sort of a compensation to these families. Then again, on the other part, you see the mother, or those who actually had to take their children to such place and then be throwing their children over the fence. There should be some negligence case against such people as well. Round them up, arrest them, and try them for manslaughter too. In my own opinion, or it might be too much to ask, in a confused, lawless contraption like that. Yesterday, I shared with us the level of criminality that people actually engage in that contraption. You see, people were stealing manholes in Abuja, and they were selling them as scraps in a market in Abuja. So this morning, a group of guys called a task force in Abuja visited the market, a scrap market, where they actually discovered all the manholes stolen from the main road by these guys on your screen, these Aboki criminals on your screen. And this was how that went.
carry this one outside. I'll see you along the plate. Look at pot. There's one broad pot here. I know that the pot is there.
The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory has done a good work in providing infrastructural development to the FCT, which the residents are happy over and they are expectant in 2025. But unfortunately, people with evil intention have decided to be removing the manhole cover along the road paths. And this has created, like on the first, it led to an accident of a family because they never knew that the manhole cover on the road have been removed and their car mistakenly entered that. And also it has caused a physical injury to people who are just walking past. And this is criminal enough. And the administration is concerned about this. And that is why the FCT Commissioner of Police had a strategic meeting with every other relevant security agencies today. And they are out there today through the Joint Task Force to ensure that the raid of every pantaker within the FCT is raided. And we also know that pantakers are not meant to operate within the FCC. So that will be enforced drastically, you know. And also we want to assure the residents of FCT that those criminal elements already we've recovered some of this manhole, which the Commissioner of Police will be briefing further. And we also have suspects that have been arrested already. So it is a good step in the right direction that the agencies are.
So it's a good thing. Okay. So that's one good advantage of the social media as well. So these were supposed to be guys who are buying condemned irons, you know, or rather, they would rather just go and steal it from, you know, government public structures. So I kind of proposed yesterday that if these guys were caught, that they should kind of sentence them to either death or just life imprisonment. And also, they should possibly even check their brains. Do you understand? Because sometimes this might be people with mental disorder, you know, mental health issue, so that we don't kind of punish them with what is pretty much like a mental disorder, because nobody with their right senses will go on and remove the railings that is put on a bridge or remove a manhole to block a manhole cover to cover a manhole on the main road, right? No sane person should be doing that. So this might be lunatics on the part, but if they are not mad, if they are not lunatics, right? If they are not really like a crazy people, then they should be sentenced to death without parole or life imprisonment without parole. They should not be living within any human. Unfortunately, there are more worse criminals though in that same contraption that's you know, that are walking free. You know, I do have man, everything just went so fast. I still have a few things to share with us before we call it a night, you know. And I want to take calls as well. I want us to have a phone call this evening so that it's been a while, you know. Okay, you know what? Let me share this with you, because Kolu is currently in Ghana. Tomorrow they will be doing the inauguration of John Mahama Dramani that defeated the incumbent government of Ghana, led by Nana Akufo-Addo. So in an election that is kind of like reported to be free and fair, you see, like APC, Ebekebe did in Nigeria. Similarly is what Nana Akufo-Addo's party did in Ghana. They destroyed Ghana economically after promising to make the country better when they defeated the same John Mahama 8 years ago. But Ghana is now worse off than the John Mahama that they used propaganda to get out of power. So that John Mahama is back right now, even though it seems that that one hasn't really learned much is Tifnumbu's pal is already telling the Ghanaians that they should fast and pray because the roads ahead is going to be tough. I said, fast and pray. Wow. Anyway, Kolu is one of the invited guests. He left Nigeria this morning and he arrived at Ghana this afternoon. So he's in Ghana, and then tomorrow they're going to do this swearing in for Muhammad. And then the Ghanaians, but if you follow Ghana or Ghana's politics, but it's not different from that of the contraption Nigeria. It is also a country where uncompleted projects are being commissioned. Yeah, uncompleted project, uncompleted road, poorly constructed infrastructures. Like they kind of see this Nana Akufo-Addo as a fraudulent government, a government of lies. Just everything you know about APC in Nigeria is what the Ghanaians are also facing as we speak. Their economy is in shambles. They are in so much debt. IMF is dictating what they should do and what they should not do, right? Borrowing and looting the money is also very much prevalent in Ghana. That Ghanaians are now more or less saying, man, what happened to them in 2016 should never have happened. You get like, some of you are saying, what happened in 2015 Nigeria, it will take you decades to recover from that. Similarly in Ghana, it is a sorry case, unfortunately. But yeah, this is the trajectory that the African countries are kind of being, led to, or led into. I mean, I should say, it's unfortunate. So finally, it shouldn't be finally though, but okay. So earlier today, Showore and Eni Ebe, remember that Aluta lawyer, they were on their way to Kirikiri, then to the magistrate court in Lagos, where they went to finalize the bail condition for C. King. Remember that C. King? The one that called out the police IG, Tifnumbu and Sonweku, right? That if you say anything, they will arrest you. Come and arrest me now. Come and arrest me. God punish you. The police men that are taking bribes and then, threatening the ordinary people on the streets and extorting them. Now, I'm going to kill you, this and that. So he was picked up and they charged him for cyberbullying and terrorism or something like that, or treason, something like that. So he was granted bail, but the court and the holiday, they couldn't really fulfill the bail conditions. So today, yeah, Showore was out. You saw the video I showed you earlier of those guys awaiting trial at the court, right? Yeah, it was around the same time on their way to Kirikiri and then after.
It's been a long day, guys. Oh man, we spent quite some time at magistrate court. We are just coming from another police station, and then we're heading to Kirikiri prison now to get seeking release after all the very, very ludicrous, burdensome, bureaucratic magistrates activity that almost made it impossible in the last 4 days. Just processing bail alone is nightmare for small cases. So here we have our ultimate lawyer, who is also serving as our driver today. we couldn't afford a driver.
The chief driver.
So the chief driver, we're heading to Kirikiri prison now. So we'll let you know. We're about 45 minutes from Kirikiri, and so we'll hope to be there soon, and we'll keep you updated. Thank you. All right, guys. Now we are done for the day. Hopefully, finally got our man. Sick.
I'm outside.
Yeah.
The rumor is back. No water, no life. I won't now.
Oh dear. So yeah, Showore, the vintage Showore, always there to always give his own massive support to the victims of the system, as much as the supposed victims of the system also are always like willing to have him sacrificed, even killed by their oppressors, just because Showore is so annoying. It's too annoying. He has no respect, this and that. But whenever they are caught in the web, he doesn't even kind of see it that way. He just goes straight into the fire, try to get himself involved and get them out of it. Even though they are going to be out as well, still kind of call him out whenever they can, at every given opportunity. But yeah, that's where I'm going to leave it for now. The other stuff I have tonight can take us even maybe another 10 minutes. So I'll keep that for the next time. Okay. So thank you so much for joining me this evening. All right. So I'm going to take a short break now. Then I'll come back and then, take calls, maybe 2 or 3 calls before we call it the night. So Happy New Year. If you have to leave as well, remember, you need to like the broadcast before you go. But if you are still with us and you have 1 or 2 things to say, the line will be opened in a minute or 2.
La You get it? Okay. If you don't get it, forget about it.
I have my first caller this evening, and here we go. Hello there.
Hello, Mayegu. Good evening.
Good evening to you.